Warm welcomes from loved ones to airline passengers are a familiar sight at airports, but arriving off a flight and being serenaded by a flash mob of strangers is not the sort of greeting anyone would expect. It did happen to some very surprised passengers at London's Heathrow Airport recently, in an elaborate production that took 2 weeks to rehearse with dozens of professional singers. As unsuspecting people walked out of arrivals, professional singers bombarded them with travel-related songs such as Passenger, I've Never Been This Far Away From Home, The Boys Are Back in Town, and Return of the Mac. Other performers made musical instrument sounds with just their mouths. 18 different cameras were set up discreetly all around the terminal to record every move. The flash mob was the creation of ad giant Saatchi & Saatchi for a viral ad campaign for mobile phone company T-Mobile. Saatchi & Saatchi creative partner Paul Silburn said the planning was meticulous.
We had a night rehearsal a couple of nights before the actual event when Heathrow was closed. We got there, 11 o'clock at night and worked through till 5 o'clock in the morning when the airport reopened, and we managed to get everybody in place, and that's where we spotted where things might potentially go wrong, and then sort of adjusted what we were doing to take those sort of things into account. And then people also knew that they were allowed a certain amount of flexibility to perform and react to whatever the public might do.
He said the idea was to create a moment, and the element of the unknown helped with that.
I mean, it's spontaneity. It's the kind of moment that would make you reach into your pocket and get your phone out and want to tell somebody about it. So it has to have, a believability and a spontaneity about it. It shouldn't feel kind of contrived, even though we have spent an awful lot of time planning and rehearsing it. On the day, it should just feel quite organic.
Saatchi's staff in the baggage area had their eyes out for potential targets, like the man who came out of arrivals to have Return of the Mac performed to him. He has become a firm favourite with people who've watched and commented on the ad on YouTube. It's the third flash mob from Saatchi & Saatchi for T-Mobile. The first was a huge group dance at London's Liverpool station in January 2009. It's had almost 25 million hits on YouTube. 3 months later, the company staged a huge public sing-along in London's Trafalgar Square with pop star Pink. Silburn said he believes the ads have touched a chord with people, partly because of what's happening in the world right now.
It's a lot to do with the economy and the way that people are feeling, that we're going through some pretty tough times at the moment, so bringing a moment to people that kind of puts a smile on their faces, I think resonates with people a lot. It kind of helps them to sort of forget about bills and jobs and that kind of thing just for a moment.
And as an advertisement, it's proving to be very effective, with almost 4.5 million views in less than a month.